Hello, young explorers, and welcome to another exciting adventure on Fun Animals for Kids. Today, we're going to discover the fascinating world of Holstein cattle, those striking black and white cows you might see grazing in fields across the countryside. Get ready for an amazing journey of learning about these incredible animals for kids who love to explore the natural world. Holstein cattle are perhaps the most recognizable cattle breed in the world. With their distinctive black and white spotted coats, these gentle giants are more than just farm animals. They're fascinating creatures with rich histories and important roles in human society. Holstein cattle have been our companions for thousands of years, providing nourishment and helping shape civilizations. Look at those stunning patterns. No two Holstein cattle have exactly the same spots. Each Holstein cow has its own unique pattern, just like your fingerprints are unique to you. These spots aren't just for show. They help Holstein cattle regulate their body temperature. Young explorers, Holstein cattle are truly impressive in size. A full-grown Holstein cow can weigh over 1,500 pounds. That's as heavy as a small car. Bulls, the male Holstein cattle, can weigh even more, up to 2,500 pounds. Despite their massive size, Holstein cattle are known for their gentle temperament and calm nature. Holstein cattle have strong, sturdy bodies with straight backs and powerful legs. They're built for efficiency and endurance. Holstein cows have large udders that can produce amazing amounts of milk, more than any other cattle breed in the world. A single Holstein cow can give about 9 gallons of milk every day. That's enough milk to fill more than 140 cups. The story of Holstein cattle begins over 2,000 years ago in the Netherlands. The ancestors of today's Holstein cattle were domesticated by Dutch farmers who lived in the provinces of North Holland and Friesland. These early farmers selectively bred cattle that produced the most milk, creating what would eventually become our modern Holstein cattle. In the 1600s, Dutch settlers brought their prized cattle to America. By the late 1800s, Holstein cattle had become the most popular dairy cattle in the United States. Today, Holstein cattle can be found all over the world, from the green pastures of Wisconsin to the farmlands of Japan. Holstein cattle are incredibly adaptable animals. While they originated in the cool, damp climate of the Netherlands, Holstein cattle now thrive in diverse environments across the globe. These remarkable cattle can live comfortably in various climates, though they prefer moderate temperatures. Holstein cattle are social animals that live in herds. They enjoy the company of other cattle and form strong bonds with their herd members. Within the herd, Holstein cattle have a social hierarchy, with certain cows taking leadership roles. It's fascinating to watch how Holstein cattle interact with each other. Young explorers, did you know that Holstein cattle are herbivores? They eat only plants. Holstein cattle are ruminants, which means they have a special 4-chambered stomach that allows them to digest plant material that humans cannot. Holstein cattle spend about 8 hours every day eating grass and other plants. They also spend another 8 hours chewing their cud. That's when they regurgitate partially digested food and chew it again to extract more nutrients. A single Holstein cow can eat about 100 pounds of food and drink 50 gallons of water every day. Holstein cattle are much smarter than many people realize. These intelligent animals can recognize dozens of other cattle in their herd and even remember humans who have treated them kindly. Holstein cattle communicate through a variety of vocalizations, from gentle moos to alert calls when something is wrong. Scientists at animal learning centers have discovered that Holstein cattle can learn to press buttons with their noses to receive food rewards. They can even solve simple puzzles. This shows that Holstein cattle have good problem-solving abilities and can learn from experience. The journey of new life for Holstein cattle begins when a cow gives birth to a calf after a pregnancy lasting about 9 months. A newborn Holstein calf typically weighs around 85 to 100 pounds at birth. That's already larger than many adult dogs. The bond between a Holstein cow and her calf is beautiful to watch. Mother cows are very protective of their babies and will keep a watchful eye on them at all times. Holstein calves grow quickly, drinking their mother's nutritious milk, and later learning to eat grass and hay. Holstein cattle have been incredible partners to humans throughout history. These amazing animals have shaped our lives in countless ways. The most important contribution of Holstein cattle is their milk production. Holstein cows produce about 90% of all dairy milk in the United States. Beyond milk, Holstein cattle provide leather for shoes and clothing, and meat for food. Some Holstein cattle even participate in agricultural fairs and shows, where they're judged on their appearance and milk-producing qualities. Holstein cattle truly touch our lives in many ways. Even though Holstein cattle are domesticated animals, they play important roles in maintaining healthy ecosystems. When Holstein cattle graze, they help manage grasslands by preventing any one plant species from becoming too dominant. Their manure returns nutrients to the soil, helping new plants grow. In some sustainable farming systems, Holstein cattle are rotated through different pastures, mimicking the natural movement patterns of wild grazing animals. This practice, called rotational grazing, helps maintain healthy soil and diverse plant communities. Young explorers, are you ready for some amazing Holstein cattle facts for kids? Here we go. Holstein cattle can recognize faces. They remember people who have been kind to them and those who haven't. A Holstein cow's spots are like fingerprints. No two Holstein cattle have exactly the same pattern. Holstein cattle have almost 360-degree vision. They can see in all directions without turning their heads, except for a small blind spot directly behind them. Holstein cattle have an incredible sense of smell. They can detect odors up to 5 miles away. When Holstein cattle lie down, they almost always position themselves facing uphill. This helps them stand up quickly if needed. While Holstein cattle might seem like calm creatures who just eat grass all day, their lives are full of adventures. From birth, Holstein calves explore their world with curiosity and playfulness. Young Holstein cattle love to play chase games with each other, practice their bucking skills, and investigate new objects in their environment. As they grow older, Holstein cattle continue to show curiosity about their surroundings. In 2009, a Holstein cow named Missy made headlines when she sold for $1.2 million at auction, the highest price ever paid for a Holstein cow. Missy was special because she had excellent genetics for milk production. There are also heartwarming stories of Holstein cattle forming special bonds with other animals. On many farms, Holstein calves have befriended goats, dogs, and even cats. These unlikely friendships show the social nature of Holstein cattle. Holstein cattle have some behaviors that might seem strange to us. For example, they often synchronize their movements. When one Holstein cow stands up or lies down, many others in the herd will do the same thing within minutes. Another odd behavior of Holstein cattle is called social licking. Holstein cattle will spend time grooming each other by licking, which helps strengthen social bonds within the herd. It's their way of showing friendship. Scientists studying Holstein cattle have made fascinating discoveries about these animals. Researchers have found that Holstein cattle prefer classical music over rock or electronic music. It actually helps them produce more milk. Scientists have also discovered that Holstein cattle can predict weather changes. They become more active right before a storm and often lie down when rain is imminent. Farmers have used this behavior as a weather prediction tool for centuries. Holstein cattle appear in art, literature, and advertising all around the world. Their distinctive black and white pattern has made them the iconic image that comes to mind when most people think of cows. In the Netherlands, where Holstein cattle originated, these animals are celebrated in festivals and parades. There's even a museum dedicated to dairy farming history featuring the important role of Holstein cattle. Understanding Holstein cattle helps us appreciate the important connections between animals, people, and our food systems. Learning about Holstein cattle for kids is not just educational, but also teaches respect for the animals that provide so much for our daily lives. Holstein cattle teach us about responsibility, care for other living beings, and the importance of sustainable food production. These gentle giants have much to teach young explorers about our world. Through careful breeding over centuries, Holstein cattle have developed several adaptations that help them thrive. Their black and white coat isn't just for looks. The dark spots absorb heat from the sun, while the white areas reflect it, helping Holstein cattle regulate their body temperature. Holstein cattle have also adapted to produce enormous amounts of milk efficiently. Their large frame allows them to consume and process the massive amounts of food needed to produce all that milk. Young explorers, we've journeyed through the wonderful world of Holstein cattle together. From their distinctive black and white spots to their incredible milk production, Holstein cattle truly are amazing animals. These gentle giants have been our partners for thousands of years, providing nutritious milk for children and adults around the world. Without Holstein cattle, many of your favorite foods like ice cream, cheese, and yogurt wouldn't exist. The next time you see Holstein cattle grazing in a field or drink a glass of milk, remember the incredible animals behind it. Holstein cattle remind us of the important connection between animals, farmers, and the food on our tables. Learning about animals like Holstein cattle helps us understand our world better. This knowledge is valuable for kids who will grow up to make important decisions about animals and our environment. If you've enjoyed this adventure with Holstein cattle on fun animals for kids, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube Kids channel for more exciting animal discoveries. There are so many more amazing creatures waiting for us to explore together. What animal should we learn about next? Leave a comment below and join us for more fun learning adventures. Remember, young explorers, every animal has an important story to tell and a special place in our world. Until our next wild adventure, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep loving animals.